In the dead of night, deep behind enemy lines, an impossible mission was unfolding. A high-value asset, a brilliant scientist with critical intelligence, was captured. The window to rescue him was closing fast, and every conventional attempt had failed. That's when an unlikely name surfaced. Corporal Anya Sharma, an 18-year-old sniper fresh out of advanced training. The mission briefing room was thick with skepticism. Seasoned veterans and high-ranking officers looked at Anya, barely an adult, and saw a kid. The plan she proposed was audacious, bordering on suicidal. A solo infiltration, armed with nothing but her rifle, her wits, and a single high-stakes opportunity. One shot, one chance, she stated, her voice steady, betraying none of the doubt that filled the room. The general scoffed. Send a girl? Alone? It's a death sentence. They dismissed her, opting to deliberate on more realistic strategies. But Anya's commanding officer, Captain Eva Rostova, saw something the others didn't. She saw a prodigy. She had watched Anya consistently outperform soldiers with decades of experience. She remembered Anya's file, detailing a calmness under pressure that was almost unnerving. It was a career-ending move for Eva if it failed, but she believed in her soldier. Dropped into the hostile wilderness, miles from her target, Anya became a ghost. She moved through dense forests and treacherous terrain, her senses on high alert. Every shadow could be an enemy patrol, every rustle of leaves a threat. She used her training to perfection, observing enemy movements, mapping out their routines, and identifying the weakest link in their defenses. She wasn't just a sniper. She was a hunter, patiently stalking her prey. Finally, she reached her destination, a heavily fortified compound, bristling with guards and searchlights. The scientist was being held in a central building, and Anya's only window of opportunity would be during the prisoner transfer scheduled for dawn. From a ridge overlooking the camp, she found her perch. The distance was extreme, over 1,000 meters. Wind, humidity, and the Earth's rotation all had to be factored in. It was a shot most snipers wouldn't even attempt. As the first light of dawn painted the sky, the transfer began. The scientist, flanked by guards, was being led to an armored vehicle. Anya's heart pounded, but her hands were steady. She controlled her breathing, slowing her world down until it was just her rifle, and the target. Her target was a small, almost invisible weak point on the vehicle's transport lock, a detail she discovered from stolen schematics. A single, perfectly placed shot could jam the mechanism, creating chaos and a diversion. She squeezed the trigger. The rifle bucked against her shoulder. The bullet flew true. Down in the compound, chaos erupted as the vehicle door failed to secure. In the confusion, Anya fired a second shot, this time hitting a nearby fuel canister, creating a massive fireball that sent soldiers scrambling for cover. This was her signal. The scientist, a former operative himself, knew exactly what to do. He broke free and sprinted for a predetermined exfiltration point on the compound's perimeter. Anya provided cover fire, her shots precise and deadly, keeping the guards pinned down without ever revealing her position. By the time the enemy forces regrouped, Anya and the scientist had vanished back into the wilderness. Days later, they arrived at a secure extraction point, exhausted but successful. Back at headquarters, the news was met with stunned silence. The generals who had dismissed her couldn't believe it. The 18-year-old girl they sent on a fool's errand had pulled off the impossible. Anya Sharma became a legend overnight, not for her age, but for her extraordinary skill and unwavering courage. She proved that sometimes, the greatest strength comes from the places you least expect. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story of incredible bravery, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more.